Hi, it's Dwyer, November 17th, 2024. GamblersAdvisory.com, a free site. BettingAngle.us, a free site. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Now, great week for us in the NFL. We were 4-0, undefeated. Let's try to keep the good times going. We're coming out with picks for this week early. Understand the Monday Night Football game has not yet been played. The last game that has been played was the Charger victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. So, have 4 picks for this week. The first, on the road, the Pittsburgh Steelers, laying 3.5 points over Cleveland. Understand, this game has a lot of moving parts. The game is happening on a Thursday, right? Between divisional rivals. Cleveland's had a bad year this year, but just understand, they know what to expect from a Mike Tomlin team. The question is whether they know what to expect from a Mike Tomlin team headed by Russell Wilson. Let me also point out, too, that the Steelers are coming off of a grueling game against the Baltimore Ravens. So you have to ask the question of whether the fact that Pittsburgh didn't make it to 20 points is reflective of holes in their offense, whether the team is going to be fatigued, particularly on a Thursday game. Playing so soon after a slugfest with a team that last year was the top seed in the AFC, right? I like Pittsburgh, laying 3.5. By the way, this line opened higher. This line opened at Pittsburgh laying 4.5 points. Just be aware of that. Next, talk about teams not realizing their offensive potential. You have San Francisco in a must-win game for them because they gave away today's game against divisional rival Seattle, right? You have San Francisco going to Green Bay to play the Green Bay Packers, right? Green Bay, of course, has its own offensive challenges. Neither of these teams got to 24 points this week. As a result, I like the under 47.5 points, right? San Fran on the road at Green Bay. Brock Purdy against Jordan Love, two of the better quarterbacks in the NFC. But the offenses haven't been clicking. I also feel they're going to try to run the ball a lot. The they being both teams, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey. That's going to take time off the clock. I don't have confidence in the Niner passing attack. Let's just say I don't have confidence in either team's efficiency at this point. And keep in mind, these two teams faced each other in last year's playoffs. I like the under 47.5 in the Niner-Green Bay game. Next, a team has emerged as a juggernaut. Right, folks? This team quietly is clicking right now. Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator, and it seems like the defense has discovered itself. Right? Just understand, too, the offense, as long as A.J. Brown is healthy, this offense is an elite offense, and of course, one of the best rushers in the league is Saquon Barkley. I like Philadelphia laying 3 points against the L.A. Rams. They'll be playing the Rams in Los Angeles. But I believe this Vic Fangio defense, and sometimes it takes a few games for the defense to click with the new defensive coordinator. I think this Vic Fangio Philly defense is clicking. I like Philly laying 3. Finally, the Ravens, after looking bad against the Steelers, and understand, of all the people in the league, an argument can be made that it's Mike Tomlin who has Lamar Jackson's number. Look at the career numbers between the Steelers and Lamar Jackson when they go head-to-head. Baltimore's offense was contained. They're going to play the Los Angeles Chargers, who had a big lead on Cincinnati. Cincinnati is an offensive juggernaut, right? But it was a bit mystifying the way Cincinnati came back in that second half, right? Understand, it's uncharacteristic for this Charger team to give up as many points as they did in the late game today, right? I like the under 47.5 points. Baltimore against the Chargers, right? Let me make another point too. You know, Lamar does better against the NFC than he does the AFC. I do have a concern here that Jim Harbaugh is new, right? This is AFC against AFC. You would think that the Chargers would know how to play against Lamar, right? But it's interesting here. You have a new coach. That's something to consider. Of course, Harbaugh coached in the league before, right? Got the Niners with Colin Kaepernick to the Super Bowl. Harbaugh himself knows how to game plan for a mobile quarterback. Maybe he will know what to expect from Lamar. Of course, you have the added dynamic that I believe is going to ratchet up the intensity for both teams of two brothers as head coaches going against each other, right? John Harbaugh against Jim Harbaugh, right? I'm expecting the game to be played at a fever pitch. Let me also point out that both of these teams have high expectations in the playoffs this season. The Chargers are coming on strong, folks. Let's remember, too, the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Buffalo Bills, right? The Chargers, even though they're behind, might feel that they have a chance to take the division, right? So I think both teams are going to be extremely motivated. Of course, the Ravens just lost to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is on top of the AFC North. You can imagine the Ravens have a little bit of urgency, although that urgency has dissipated a little bit with the Bengals ending their season with a loss today to the Chargers. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Again, just to summarize, Pittsburgh laying 3.5 against Cleveland. Pittsburgh's on the road. The under 47.5 points in the San Francisco at Green Bay game. Philly laying 3 on the road against the LA Rams. And the under 47.5 in the Baltimore at Los Angeles Charger game. Those are my thoughts. Let me hear yours in the comment section of this YouTube video. Thanks for stopping by.